So last week on Impact, it was revealed that Kira Hennigan, aka Taya Valkrie, is, I guess, leaving Impact. We're not sure. It could be contract negotiations. But I like how they did the ending. I do recall, though, maybe it was a year and a half ago or something like that, hearing that her contract was going to be up in January. And I completely forgot. But right around the time when they were about to arrest her, I started putting the pieces together. And I was like, wait a minute, it's January. Because Julian / Ethan Page is, I guess, in negotiations and his contract is up. But anyhow, I like the little jab that Tommy Dreamer did when her character was arrested. For those that aren't in the loop, you should check out Impact. That's what I'll say. With that being said, how they ended it, of course, she was teamed up with Rosemary, and Rosemary always seems to lose all of her friends, unfortunately. It was a cute and sweet goodbye. Although I do look forward to Rosemary popping up in AEW. That would be a beautiful thing if they're still doing this crossover and surprising the ish out of Allie and teaming up with Abaddon or something to that effect. It'd be dope if you had Rosemary, Su Yung, and Abaddon all appear, especially like around Halloween time. That would be, if they do it right, then it could be insane. But anyhow, yeah. Taya, the only reason I would be interested in her going over to Stamford would be for her to team up with Lana. And I've been saying this to myself for about 2 years now. The way Taya's character is, it's not Lana-esque. It's, I can see her being a friend of Lana. Oh my God, we went shopping and we bought the best Louis Vuitton and oh my God, look at your shoes. And oh my God, I said, those two as a team could just be very interesting, especially if the reins were taken off. If these two really, they could know each other. I don't know, but if they could figure out their chemistry and you let the reins off and you let them cut really good promos, I think that those two could be a riot. I think that they could be a riot, when it comes to cutting the promos. In the ring, different story. We have yet to really see everything that CJ Perry can do, because I know she's been, training heavily with Natalya. And we know she had injured, so, Royal Rumble was probably, going to be her reappearance. But yeah, that's the only reason I would like to see her go, but the system, sending Taya to NXT and having to do all that, and she's going to sit there and work for 5 years and then move her up. And, who has time for that? That's the only reason I would want to see her over there. I know that she did do a few interviews mentioning that there's so many other women that she has never wrestled and she would be interested, and that's cool. So to see her wrestle like a Charlotte or a Sasha, Bianca, it'd be interesting to watch. But I'm not, over there, how that ish goes. They take people like Keith Lee and tell him that he's not and hey, you're gonna have to whatever. Anyhow, if she goes over to AEW, look, she's gonna shine regardless where she goes. She has various a varied skill sets in terms of styles. My only issue with AEW, I did a roster count for their females, and they have 22 females. I'm including the ones that you see on Dark. So I'm just wondering that because they don't have their own show, which is something that I suggested many moons ago, and you're competing with television time with men, so is this going to be another thing where she gets lost in the shuffle? For a second there, I thought that what's dude's name? Why I always spaz on these names? The one that's with Jake the Snake. I'm sorry, guys. Please forgive me. I thought for a second that he was going to get lost in the shuffle after the whole thing with Cody, and then he, flipped his character, is becoming, a more of a face, very likable, very hilarious. If you've seen him on Brandy Rhodes' show on YouTube, you should check that out. Anyhow, yeah, that's my only thing with her going to AEW. Again, the good thing with that company is that, you can have an open contract and you can, go to other promotions and indie shows, and they allow that. And if she were to stay at Impact and renegotiate her contract, she should put certain clauses in, such as, hey, I want to be able to bring in some other talent. Because I don't think, it's the past few weeks I've been saying that I'm not sure if Impact knows what to do, or they're not allocating finances to building up their female roster, and I like Gail Kim, so it's probably out of her hands. I don't know the politics, but we know that there are politics. Because a few weeks ago, I saw Killer Kelly, I saw Renee Michelle, I saw the Sea Stars, and next thing I know, the Sea Stars are on freaking AEW, and I'm like, okay, it looks like they're, doing some sort of a, they're on a tryout basis or whatever. But like, how do you let those two go? That's, those are little seeds. They've been doing this for a while. They can really blossom. Killer Kelly can blossom. Renee Michelle, who surprised me, is really, really cool. So it's like I'm not seeing them. I'm seeing Havoc, Nevaeh, and I'm not knocking them. I'm just seeing the same people. Havoc, Nevaeh, Deanna, the young lady that's with Deanna, the lunch lady. You know what I mean? I don't have to keep going, but I'm not seeing, they've had a couple of people. They had the one young, but she's stuck in Canada now because of the situation. Alexa Nicole, she was there. And then all of a sudden, haven't seen her in a while. So, it just makes me, all right. So now you have these tag titles, which I told you was going to happen. You have these tag titles, and what are you going to keep doing? Havoc and Nevaeh, against Kiera and God damn, what the? Anyhow, yeah, it just makes me curious as to what's going on. Anyhow, I digress. It would be cool if she did negotiate the contract. To negotiate, hey, look, I want to be able to pick some other talent, bring some other women in here. Like Heather Monroe, who she's, really good friends with. And, supposedly had a small run with Impact. I missed it. I did see her on AEW once. I think someone said she was on twice. I missed it. Once again, Heather Monroe, who I've seen quite a few times. I don't like where she's fitting in AEW's roster. So just have a contract, kind of like the Good Brothers, where you can just go from place to place and let them know, like, look, if we're doing this crossover, this is going to go on for a while, I want to be a part of it, so I can go over there and mess around with AEW and wrestle their talent, and then come back here and let's have them do the same, and let's see if we can find an equal balance. That's all I'm saying. So on that note, I wish her the best. I'm not mad if she goes anywhere. Just get her bread. I know she wouldn't mind being closer to her husband. The only thing is that, as things begin to open up, which it seems like it's probably going to do, I'm going to say by the summer, that means that they're probably going to start traveling to more territories. So it's not like they're just going to be stationed in Florida. So that time is going to be limited, especially if they do the whole rigmarole, which is, send Taya to NXT, and now she'll be stuck down there. Meanwhile, her husband will be traveling. Now, they may have a home in Florida if that's going to be the case. But now you're in this state that you're in now, which is you're in Nashville Impact. He's in Florida right now, stationed at the company. So things open up. You got this little time to spend with one another, and then now he's back on the road and you don't get to see him at all. So it is what it is. I ended on that note, and I wish her the best. Later.